Hello and welcome back to RimWorld, and let's see, what can we do to spice up the episode? I don't think there's, like, unless a raid comes or something, I don't think there will be much action. Now, there will be a lot more action once we have done this fortress. And I have said it before, and I do believe that if you want this to go a lot quicker, build your first base as the fortress and really go ham on that aspect, that this is going to be your base that you use, because if and I actually do believe if you do that, you can save a massive amount of time when you actually want to make the spaceship. Because, yeah, this base we have here, which we have built over time, it's really not suited for any of the late game raids or attacks or anything really. Whereas this might be. This probably will handle it a lot better. There's no guarantee that it will be perfect. Absolutely not. But there is a lot, like, the chance of it actually being successful is higher. So, and I am going to double layer the wall for a very simple reason, and that is to make it so that no one feels the need to go through the walls as much. Yes, this means it's going to take longer, but still, I rather be over-prepared than having to basically go back in a save. Like, go back a save before I started up the whole thing, and redo the whole thing and take even longer than if I prepared adequately from the beginning. So yeah, the unhappy nudity. Or you were just changing clothes. Okay. I'm going to remove the ground penetrating scanner at this point because I don't believe I need it. doesn't really feel that necessary. It doesn't seem like we have gone for the construction of those things here yet. No. Does not seem like a thing. Let's bump this up to 4,000 just because. Just so we can get rid of a bunch of this stuff. How is your plant cutting? Not that good. Now, how are we looking? You're making components. We're up to 39. I think I had it set to 40. Yep. Yeah, and we are going to need to make as much armor as possible as well. Now, which armor to make? I'm actually not sure. I do know that Carnigo, Paula, can you go and pick up your weapon first? Thank you. But yeah, I do know that like most of the like armors and stuff doesn't really like, the problem with them is that I'm not sure which one is going to be most useful. Because I can imagine that depending on the material you use, it's actually going to make a difference. And material effect multiplier. Yeah, so like I haven't really done that much testing. What we could do is I can open up a window and do a search just to see RimWorld best armor 1.0 just in case. Plate armor, marine armor. let's see. Now, I don't think I can make marine armor. But let's see here. We have a plasteel. Plasteel actually have a lot more sharp armor. A bit more in blunt and heat, but mostly sharp. Question is it worth doing the plasteel plate armor? We do have a lot of plasteel, so I don't think it's the materials, actually. Take a look at marine armor. Can only be made at a fabrication bench, and we go in. Is it this one? Yeah, it is. Add. Make marine armor. Make marine helmet. What is the cost of? It's going to cost us 4 advanced component, 100 plasteel, 20 uranium. There is a lot of armor though, so is it worth spending that much resources? Because we are going to need to make 15 of them. That is 1,500 plasteel and 10, 200, 250 uranium and 60 advanced components, which is 10 more than we have in storage. And that's just for the marine armor. Then we need to make a helmet, which is 1 advanced component and 40 plasteel each, and we need 15 of those as well. Now we should make sure that no one can make them unless they have 12 crafting skill or more. Let's put up 15. Let's suspend them for the time being. But yeah, that is going to require a lot of resources if we actually want to make those. We could say that, okay, we don't do that, but instead we do plate armor and simple helmet, but use plasteel instead. The plasteel ones, the problem is that when I looked, if you look at the armor, it's not like marine armor is, yes, it's a lot more expensive. However, it's also a lot better. And even if you make plate armor in plasteel, which has a better overall quality in terms of armor, it's still not that much more, or like a plasteel plate armor is actually less protective than a marine armor. So I think we will go with the marine armor and helmet. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. I will try to make them, and we will probably have to spend a bit of money. But we should be able to make them. We still have a lot of stuff to do in terms of the fortress, so it's not like, I don't think it's going to be the case that we're lagging behind because we're making armor. So I think we're fine. 500. And yes, we are not, at least I think. Let's bump the survival meals up to 600, because why not? Like I think the more food we can get, the better. Even if it sounds a bit silly to like get food, like do this much food, I think that the more food we can get away with and like use, the better. Now, I do believe I have done the food restrictions in a way that we cannot eat packaged survival meal. Yes, correct. Which I need to... What I could do is make a new one and then just change it later on, but I think what I'm going to do is just edit the one they have, which is the absolute easiest way of changing restrictions for everyone, is just change the one that everyone is using. That is the absolute easiest way of doing it in vanilla, which I think is a bit restrictive, because you don't have that much control, to be honest. But it's what it is. It seems like our stuff is getting done slowly but surely. Have they started deconstructing? Nope, they have not. Or are they finally on their way? Nope. I believe what we need to do is to bring this in. I'm not sure why they don't. Is it because it's not claimed or what? Could be. Don't see why that would be the case, but whatever. That bear is slightly injured, but it's not that much that it's going to be an annoyance for the bear. What is this? Oh, okay. We have. How did I not see that? A set terrain, soil. There we go. Options, turn that off. There we go. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Seems like the breakfast didn't last that long. Sadly. Although I haven't eaten in like 4 hours now. Maybe that makes sense. Oh! Good shot. That was like... Oh! The cougar collapsed thanks to gunshot in the brain. Wow! Headshot, really. That explains why it just instantly died. The probability of surviving a gunshot to the head is very, very low. It's not 0, but it's not high. Anyway, we have yet another cow to get rid of. And it seems like we are running out of space in the freezer again. But several separate groups of pirates from the Spear Demons have arrived nearby. Wow. Yeah, this is just way too much. There's no way I can do this. So, we are going to kill them. Oops. That is not what I wanted to do. Those ones are now running away. Good. Let's kill you just because it's quicker. And yeah, I'm going to get rid of these ones because I can't be bothered with sometimes they are really hard to get rid of. I'm going to keep that medicine, but that's about it. Yeah, they had a doomsday rocket launcher. And these ones are really, really bad. There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to do that raid. That raid was just... I would not have been able to do that. Maybe if I had a fortress like this up and running complete. Like, it was fully functional, there was nothing else to do on it. We could funnel them for ages, and as long as we had people up and running and turrets online, we could have dealt with them en masse forever, or at least for a long while until they even had a chance of breaking through. But we're not there, so... And that's one thing I really don't like with... Or rather, which I feel is a bit... annoyingly unfair, is how the difficulty ramps up late game. And you can be fine with this for a long while, and then all of a sudden, boom, something explodes. When it comes to threat level or wealth or whatever, it is to determine the size of the raids. And all of a sudden you need something like this, but you don't have it. Because you haven't needed it before, but all of a sudden now you do. And that's an issue, because yeah, as I said, you didn't need it before, but you need it now. And once you actually get to that point in the game where everything just ramps up in difficulty, it's too late to do something about it. Then you would have needed to build everything from the beginning. And that's something which I feel is a bit of an oversight. And it's really, really like new player unfriendly, so to speak, or people who play a bit more casual, because I have found that this situation where the raids become too large to handle, unless you know exactly how to handle it, it has nothing to do with the difficulty level you set in the beginning. The difficulty level you set in the beginning just determines how quickly you reach that point. So, and a few other things, but when it comes to the size, it has mostly to do with how quick or how long does it take for the raids to grow to that size. And for a casual player or a new player, yeah, it's not really good. I would say I don't really care. Because I usually don't play that long. Usually once I get to that point, I've already started a new one or just abandoned the playthrough and started playing another game or something. I usually don't go late game because I don't really find it that interesting. But I decided I wanted to have a look at the ship and how it actually is with the end of the game, because the game has an end, which is escape with the ship. And I wanted to find out how that actually plays out, and that means you need to play until late game. And mostly that has to do with research. Takes quite a while to do, and once you actually have researched everything, you need to build the ship and so on and so forth. But this episode has been going on for 32 minutes, which is 2 minutes beyond its 30-minute mark. So we are going to have to end it here. Now, yeah, we need a bit more steel, it seems. And it looks like these sandstone walls have not been deconstructed for some reason. But whatever. Let's end this episode here for now, so we can continue with the next one. So for now, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.